In prevention of preterm births, the most challenging gestational ages are extreme prematurity. With the advent of infertility today, the natural outcome that is expected is to have a baby which can reach survival and have a good outcome. So, live birth is our end point. And prevention of preterm birth therefore becomes extremely profound in this particular age group. So, naturally, the question comes, what are the various modalities which can help us? Tocolysis, of course, and therefore the need of looking at atosiban and magnesium sulfate with a promise has arisen. Atosiban has been identified to be a very effective tocolytic, and it is known to also prevent very premature preterm births if used in the right time. Of course, when already the uterine contractions have been established to such a level that the cervical dilatation has gone beyond 3 centimeters, very little can be done. But before that, one can consider using magnesium sulfate and atosiban. If you compare between the two, atosiban is a little expensive but is effective, while magnesium sulfate is not only effective, not only less costly, but most importantly, it also awards the mechanism of neuroprotection for these extreme premature babies. Unfortunately, there is a huge amount of reservation and questioning in the minds of obstetricians as to how to use magnesium sulfate as a neuroprotector, and which we will see eventually. Now, maintenance tocolysis in those women who have been identified to be having short cervix or high risk factor for preterm births, one must consider using progesterone as prophylaxis. It can be in the form of a natural micronized progesterone, and my personal preference is giving oral natural micronized progesterone, so that the patient doesn't have to insert it into her vagina to cause further change in the vaginal pH, which I am scared of may give rise to PROM. Secondly, screening, surveillance, treatment of genitourinary infections, putting in a speculum, trying to find out, looking for bacterial vaginosis, or using it as a prophylaxis, using clindamycin or canesten nystatin pessaries to put inside the vagina helps regularly at regular intervals, will help in reducing PROM. Additionally, we must consider using NSAIDs like indomethacin, which are known to reduce the inflammatory response. Even interventions such as using ecosprin or using low dose interventions such as using low dose aspirin have been found to reduce the occurrence of preterm labor. Giving calcium supplementation well in time, correcting anemia correctly are simple measures which can help in reducing preterm births. Additionally, it is important to consider using a cervical encerclage, and there has now been identified an alternative which is in the form of an arabin pessary, which is patchily available in our country. There are some of our members and workers who have used them with much confidence, which is just a pessary which can be slipped on to the cervix to hold it tight to prevent cervical shortening, cervical opening, because when we know when the cervix starts opening, the mucus plug which is protective may get released in opening the genital tract for ascending infections. So these are simple measures which can be used effectively, especially in approaching those situations where there is a possibility of an early onset preterm birth. A very extreme premature birth has to be prevented diligently.